Hello, this is the Gifted One and Dad.
Today we'll be reacting to Robert Kiyosaki on the speech that broke the internet, Keep Them Broke. In 2019, I found this video and it changed my life. And now, in 2022, I'm actually an investor, and I just want to see how it's going to affect him for the first time. Let's react, son. Let's react.
Okay. Well, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Do the rich people cringe and say, don't tell them that?
Yes. Don't tell people what you know. Keep them poor. My father was the head of education. PhD and all that stuff. I go home and ask him, so why don't we learn about money in school? And he looked at me and said, because the government doesn't let us teach that subject. The government tells us what we can teach and what we can't teach. And I thought that was strange. And I said, but aren't we going to school to learn about money? He says, no, your job is to get a job. I said, but you get a job to earn money. He goes, no, you're supposed to just get a job. I went, no. Isn't the purpose of a job to earn money? He goes, you're correct. I said, so why don't I just learn about money? I can skip the job part, you know. And he got flustered and he said, if you want to learn about money, why don't you ask your best friend's father about money? And I said, why? That's Mike. He said, why ask him? He said, because Mike's father is an entrepreneur. And I said, what are you? He says, I'm an employee. I'm a government employee. And I went, oh, what's the difference? He says, the difference is an entrepreneur must know about money. Well, they're no longer entrepreneurs. It's going cracking in half. He says, you never want a paycheck. Understand that, kid? I said, okay, I got it. And he says, well, how do I make money? He says, that's what entrepreneurs figure out. It's like, so how do I learn about money? So he would just break out a Monopoly game board. So I would work for free, pick up cigarette butts, and he had hotels and restaurants, and I would clean and do menial tasks. And as I got older, I started getting into office work and marketing and accounting. I was an apprentice, basically, but I always worked for free. And he would teach me about money. The way he taught me about money was playing Monopoly. And I finally one day I got upset. I said, well, when are you going to teach me about money? He says, what do you think we're doing? We're playing Monopoly. He goes, no. What do you think we're doing? We're playing Monopoly. He says, what do you think we're doing? So I don't know. I'm teaching you about money. And then that's when they have one greenhouse. He says.
So what do you think, the Gifted One? What do you think so far?
So when he was teaching Robert about money, Robert just thought that they were just playing Monopoly, even though they were actually learning about money.
Interesting.
Also, in my opinion, it's great so far.
Well, for a 9-year-old, I believe you're on the right track, just like Robert was at 9. So you got a long way to go, but it looks promising.
Okay.
There's many formulas for great success in money. There's thousands of them, but one of the best ones found in the game of Monopoly. Still is today. 4 greenhouses, 1-bed hotel. I said, what? He says, one of the greatest ways to acquire great wealth is playing Monopoly in real life. 4 greenhouses, 1-bed hotel. Is that all there is? He goes, that's it. And he says, what do you think I'm doing? And I went, I don't know. So then he took me out and he showed me his greenhouses. And 10 years later, when I was 19, I was now in school in New York, and I came back to Hawaii, and Rich Dad had bought the biggest piece of land smack dab in the middle of Waikiki Beach. And when you go to Waikiki Beach today, you'll see the Hyatt Regency Hotel. That was his hotel.
Just like the game of Monopoly.
Just like the game of Monopoly.
Acquired assets and they became bigger assets.
He just kept it was called an assemblage, because that property wasn't that big at that time, so he had to buy up all the small guys. Because Waikiki was a little dirt water, little town. So he'd buy out this shop owner, buy that shop owner. And it took him a while, but he finally assembled this large piece of property. And then he and Hyatt put up this giant hotel.
You know,
And it just sold for $800 million. So that's how I learned about money. I've had financial crashes, I've had people stab me in the back, but they're all good because I grow from it. That's spirituality. You know, people who are afraid of making mistakes, like they teach in school, they don't ever grow. Because spirituality is there's good and there's bad, there's right and there's wrong, there's up and there's down. Most people only want to be right, they only want to be positive. Well, you can't have that, that's not reality. Well, I wasn't poor by most people's standards, but I came from a family with a poor attitude, if you know what I mean. Because rich, poor, middle class, poverty starts with a fundamental attitude. Poverty is passed on. It's taught in your families. And middle class is taught in families. And so the people right now who are sitting at home, who are struggling financially.
Why are you the landlord? Yes, you. Why are you the landlord?
Financially, or worried about money, or unhappy. They may be making a lot of money, but unhappy with what they're doing. It was probably taught to you. You know, your super ego was taught, get a job, work hard, or you'll never be rich, or the rich are evil, or whatever. The school system will never teach you about money. The school system is designed to teach you to be an employee, which is important, or a doctor or a lawyer, a specialist, but never about money. And what most people lack is real business knowledge, like accounting, you know, like debt, like taxes. You gotta know that stuff, but they don't teach it in school to anybody. So, and when people ask me, how did your rich dad learn this when your poor dad, a PhD, didn't? And the answer is very simply, my rich dad is and my best friend's father. His father died when he was 13. So his rich dad had this family business at 13 to run. So he had to drop out of school, which was his blessing. You know, there's blessings, and you know, sometimes a blessing doesn't look like a blessing, but it turned out to be a blessing. And then his teachers became his bookkeeper, his accountant, his attorney, his banker, his real estate agents. So he has what I call real teachers, not these fake teachers in school. You see, most teachers in school, they're out of ethics. They teach subjects they themselves don't practice. I asked the teacher, I said, you know, it's only my third year of calculus now. It was called strength of materials.
What's not the point
I
of
said,
doing
am I
it?
ever going to use this stuff? He goes, no. You know, so
What was your point you were trying to say, son?
So if they teach it, what's the point of not doing it?
Elaborate.
What?
Elaborate. Explain.
So if they teach it, there's no point of teaching it if they don't do it.
Okay. Now that makes sense. All right. I get it. All right. You want to move on?
Mhm.
Everybody get that?
Mhm.
All right.
why do you teach it? I was like, I paid. So do you ever use it? He goes, no. And that's why, you know, you have to, in life, one of the things I suggest to people, you're going to find a real teacher versus a fake teacher. And a fake teacher is somebody who doesn't do what they teach. And a real teacher is doing what they teach every day. So my accountants, my attorneys, they're in it every single day. That's how I learn, because every day I'm solving problems in my business. So I have accountants and attorneys and bankers and all these people on speed dial, because I'm solving problems with my team.
I see you giving this knowledge out, and do the rich people cringe and say, don't tell them that?
Yes, don't tell people what you know. Keep them poor. But, unfortunately, the poor, as was in the Bible, I'm not real religious, the poor will always be amongst us, because it starts up here.
Right, it's that fear mentality.
It's in their words, and the words become flesh. Again, I'm not real religious. I flunked out of Sunday school also. But when they say I can't afford it or I can't do that, they go down. They become what they say. My PhD daddy says, "What do you think I am, made of money? I can't afford that." And my rich dad would say, "That's why he's poor." Poor people say, "I can't afford it, I can't do that, I don't have time." Because this is escape.
And what do poor people say?
Poor people say they can't afford it. Well, rich people say they can afford it.
They say, how can I afford it?
How can I afford it?
It's an escape. You know what I mean? It's easy to say I can't afford it.
And your rich dad used to say what instead of I can't afford it?
How can I afford it? How can I do that? What would it take? Or why should I do that? He says that a question opens the mind, a statement closes the mind. See, when you say I can't afford it, your mind shuts down, and you become what you say. Rugby is a team sport, but so is soccer. The rules are different. And other people are golfers. They play by themselves. And so everybody's different. So my game financially is business, number one. Second is real estate. So what I say to young people is you find your game.
All right. So, what do you think?
So that was actually pretty good, and he did say some amazing stuff, which I saw before in Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Oh wow, he said amazing things. Well, my reaction to the video, it was actually life changing to me in 2019. I watched it over and over and over and over again. It changed me from being from a worker to an aspiring entrepreneur. It changed me from an inspired worker to now owning my own piece of real estate and soon owning more. So, what about you, son? What do you think about Robert Kiyosaki?
Well, I have the same opinion as you. It's life changing. What? He's life changing.
All right, soon, probably one of our next videos or that we're gonna do together is we're gonna review chapter 1 of Rich Dad Poor Dad. So I hope you come back for that video. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna hit all the points that's gonna change your life. So if you're here to do self-development in one step at a time and move forward at one move at a time, we can make that happen right here at the Gifted One and Dad. And we're going to review Rich Dad Poor Dad chapter 1 next week, starting in April.
I would like to speak.
Yes.
Well, make sure you give credit to the Motivation and Hub for making this video. And also make sure you like and subscribe to the Gifted One and Dad so you can see our latest videos.
Yep, and then you can hit that bell icon. You know what I'm talking about. Just hit that bell icon.
Which is right here where the mouse is.
Oh, wherever he's talking about. So soon as every time we post, you get it on your smartphone, okay? All right.
Or you can get a notification.
Yeah, a little notification. See? He's too gifted.
They don't call me the Gifted One for nothing.
All right, so we're signing off and we'll see you soon. Or you'll see us soon.